Always so nice.
Hey, yo, what up? It's DNA, aka Mr. Get him the fuck out of here. Shout out to MVTV. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all see me out here, Queens till I die. Queens get the money video shoot. Y'all already know, man. What's up?
So let people know what's the concept behind the video.
You know what I mean? Queens till I die, I had got the record from Alchemist like last year, right after I did the Red Bull competition, so I recorded to it. And you know what I mean? Since Alchemist, most people think he's from Queens, but he's not. He's from Cali, but you know what I mean? He got his association with Mobb Deep or whatever, so I figured I should do some Queens shit to the record. And I mean, I came up with Queens till I die. Then I was in the studio like 2 weeks ago with Straight from the Lab Production. Shout out to them, you know what I mean? My bro Warren Wink got me put on with them, and he had played a beat. You know what I mean? And I heard it like, yo, this shit is crazy. Went to the crib, and then I came up with Queens Get the Money. And then I figured, like, instead of just shooting one video, why don't I shoot both? So I connected both of them to make, like, you know what I mean, a mini movie about niggas taking over Queens. And that's why we here now. You know what I mean? But it's cold as fuck. Real talk.
You got some infamous people from Queens, Mobb Deep.
Word, shout out to
great
Mobb
Stack
Deep,
Bundles,
shout out to
a lot of people.
Rest in peace to Stack Bundles, 50, LL Cool J, I mean, Ja Rules, mad niggas from out here.
Did them people influence you coming up in hip hop?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Those is like some of the niggas I just named right now, some of the greatest niggas in the game. So, you know what I mean? When you grow up and shit, I was listening to them. Mainly, you know what I mean? I'm a young nigga, I'm only 20, so when I was coming up, I was listening to G-Unit, but I definitely did my research and went back to Nas. Matter of fact, Nas is the reason why, if y'all see me versus P, I went backwards in the battle and shit. I listened to Nas' track. It's like, fuck it, might as well do that in battle rap, so definitely.
How is it trying to differentiate yourself as an artist with battle rappers? I know a lot of battle rappers have trouble, but then you make some nice records like you talking about Queens Get the Money stuff. Is it hard to differentiate yourself as a battle rapper as close to a rap artist?
I mean, nah, you just gotta treat yourself like you an artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, what people don't understand is that they be like, oh, he's a battle rapper, he's not an artist. But to me, I look at it like we are artists because, you know what I mean, we sign autographs, we get paid for shows, we get paid to battle. When we go places, people stop us. I mean, that's the same shit that artists get. It's just we don't got the same financial backing that they got. And I mean, that all comes with working hard and I mean, really being about what you're doing and about what you're saying. And obviously, you'll get there eventually. So, you know what I mean? My man Charlie Clips is funny. He's the one that made up the term battle artist. You know what I mean? Once he told it to me, I'm like, nah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? We all battle artists because if you battle and you record, then I mean, you both. So, and I mean, I just think it's as tough as you make it. If you put out music consistently and you let people know you can make songs, then if your music is good, they'll accept it. I mean, if not, then at the same token, you know what I mean, you just gotta work harder. I mean, that's with anything though. So it's how you go about it, how you treat it.
We're in like a new era of hip hop. Times is changing. Like right now, you really don't need the backing of a record label to get your career popping. A lot of independent artists, you could just start with your website or start with your brand with the Twitter and online and keep it going. How is this new era of hip hop treating you as an artist?
I mean, it's definitely good, you know what I mean? I'm a nigga that didn't start battling. I was recording first, and then I realized, you know what I mean, it wasn't getting out to the outlet that I needed it to go, and then I seen Grind Time at the time, they had got popular, so I reached out to them to battle, and you know what I mean? Once I got on there, the internet made me become more popular, and now it's like you don't gotta wait for a label to say, all right, next week you can put out your record, or next month. And I mean, when you get up and ready, you wake up in the morning, you recorded a new track, you can upload it to YouTube and send it to all the blog sites and do everything, you know what I mean, yourself. So it's definitely more of an independence. I think it's a gift and a curse because now with the internet, it allows whack niggas to do whatever they want to do too. So it's like, it's very hard for people for labels nowadays to still find out who's good because you got so much shit that's whack and so much shit that is good. Sometimes it's hard to find the actual good shit. But overall, I think it's a good idea that everyone is freely allowed to upload their stuff to the internet and let their voice be heard, whatever they gotta say.
What does DNA contribute to hip hop?
Now, I mean, honestly, I feel like a lot of people from New York, this ain't no diss because, you know what I mean, get your money where you get it, but I feel like New York's problem is that we keep trying to get on South beats and we keep trying to do South shit when that's not us. Like, that's working for them. We don't gotta do that to be hot. And if you notice, any New York rapper that does that, they only hot for the moment. There's nobody that really made an impact from New York in the game since 50 because he did him. You know what I mean? Nowadays, everybody is like, oh, well, if that's the wave, then I'm gonna hop on it. And I feel like me, I'm gonna just stick to my shit. Like, I'm from Queens, so I'm more about I'm about the flow and I'm about the beat, but I'm more about what you're saying. Like, know what I mean, concepts and lyrics and, know what I mean, punchlines and delivery and all that. So that's what I feel like I bring to the game, originality. And I mean, it's like the same story being told repeatedly and nobody's switching it up or telling it from a different angle, or at least making it creative about it. You know what I mean? Everybody can say I get money, everybody can say I fuck bitches, everybody can say I do this, but it's the way you put it that gives it the hip-hop element from back in the day where it's creative and, you know what I mean, it actually has a meaning. You know what I mean? That's no definitely changed the game to do what they do. I just feel like New York niggas should do what New York niggas do. You know what I mean? That's when New York could be back where it's supposed to be.
Talking about your punchlines and creativity, you had like a battle that was very publicized up in Toronto, Canada. You had kind of Drake co-sign you. Did you expect to get that co-sign from Drake?
Nah, it was crazy. I didn't even expect Drake to be there. You know what I mean? When I got there, I'm in Toronto, Canada, dolo by myself and shit, and I just see mad niggas run up to a Maybach, and they're like, Drake is here. So in my head, I'm like, yo, it's Toronto. They probably think every Maybach is Drake. This way he from, you know what I mean? You see a Maybach in Queens, Southside, you think it's 50. You know what I mean? In Queensbridge, you think it's Nas or Mobb Deep. So I'm still not thinking it's him. And when we get, they introduce us to come out, and as soon as I get to the middle of the stage, I see him, I'm like, oh, all right, bet. So in my mind, I'm already wanting to kill this dude. But once I see Drake, I'm like, oh yeah, it's no way I'm losing the night. I mean, I'm definitely going to do what I got to do, you know what I mean? Drake is in the building. So it was definitely fun, you know what I mean? That's one of the funnest battles I ever been in. You know what I mean? I had a good time out there. They showed me love. The business was right. So, I mean, it was definitely a great experience. And I feel like that even should let people more know that this battle coach is something that people should respect. If you got somebody like, I mean, a nigga with 25 million at 25 years old co-signing battle rap, man. I mean, Drake is like damn near, if not the hottest artist, he's top 3 right now. So for him co-signing the battle definitely should wake up more people in the industry to be in tune with this, and you know what I mean, at least pay attention to it. I ain't saying sign us, but at least give it more recognition than what it is, because battling can become an industry in itself if it's promoted and marketed the right way. You know what I mean? It's almost like a fight. Like if HBO picked it up, it'd be crazy.
Yeah, it's just like what URL TV is doing, because I remember back in the days what had me wanted to do the DVDs. I remember in high school we used to run and get the Smack DVDs. That's
yeah, me too. That's all I used to do when I was growing up.
And just like you said, you know, if it gets promoted the right way. So moving forward in your career after the grind time, after the battle that you just had, what projects do you have moving forward?
I mean, right now, honestly, I mean, I let 2011 just go because I felt like 2012, I'm on it in every aspect, you know what I mean, musically, battle-wise, the image, the songs and all of that. So right now, I got my new mixtape about to drop called Underrated and Underpaid, and then I got this documentary type shit called The DNA Story that I'm about to put out, and then I got a battle in March, and I mean, I can't really say on camera yet, but URL, it's back with URL, I'm back on Smack in March, you know what I mean, I think the date is March 25th at Webster Hall, but they about to let the trailer go with who I'm battling. So you know what I mean, I'm definitely still battling, definitely still doing music and just grinding and trying to elevate to the next level, you know what I mean, for 2012.
Last question, what's DNA story? What story are you trying to tell?
Nah, I mean, the story I'm trying to tell is like, yo, man, just be yourself. I feel like a lot of niggas, even I got caught up with it, where certain niggas try to be something that they not. Like, niggas would be like, oh, I sell drugs, or oh, I shoot niggas and I kill niggas. And if you don't do that, I feel like you shouldn't talk that, because by looking at a nigga, if you look into a nigga's eyes, you can tell what he's about. You can tell if he's a real nigga, you can tell if he's a fake nigga, you can tell if he's a bitch, you can tell if whatever he's about, you can look in a nigga's eyes and tell. So if you tell your story, I'm guaranteed there's at least 2 million people out there that relate and understand what you're talking about. Whether it's you just going to school every day and doing your homework. There's a million people that do that. Or if it's you struggling with your moms and trying to, I mean, get to the next level, there's a million people that can understand that. And my story is just like a nigga that I never had that much. So you know what I mean? When I never used to dress up on camera, because I'm not a nigga that's materialistic. I'm just about rhyming and I mean spitting my shit and giving niggas the truth. So you know what I mean? That's what I feel like. Just be yourself. That's my story. I'm myself. So if you see me do some wild shit, that's just DNA. Jump off a bridge, act crazy, that's just me. And I mean, I don't put on the front for the camera, I don't put on the front for nobody, but that's my story, man. Just the real life struggle. My mom, my pops dying when I was 9, the whole shit with my tooth. A lot of niggas want to know that story. Just me growing up in Queens and how it is, you know what I mean? Some niggas get it confused, like, you know what I mean? Just because a nigga ain't shoot a nigga or stab a nigga or been on the block, he ain't go through no real shit. So that's just basically my story. I'm going to just bring the light through what I went through. And hopefully, you know what I mean, y'all niggas will relate.